Hello, this is your Girl in One, and today I'm going to be showing you the Mipa Powerpoint as it was originally meant to be shown. This PowerPoint was made quite a few years ago. This PowerPoint is about Mipa! The Five Elysians. The Five Elysians is the term to refer to the five main good gods besides Omega and Mega. They were born on a planet called Planet Elysia 30 billion years ago. There's Zapion, the god of time and creator of Omega and the universe. Gagagia, the goddess of the forest and creator of life on Earth. Zapin, the god of fire and creator of the solar system. Samatha, the goddess of pride and the first Vermilion Empress. And Mipa, the god of Earth, who is a dog. That's all there is to say about him, right? Wrong! Backstory of Mipa 1. Mipa was born 1 year after Gagagia's birth. He was adopted by Zapin at the age of 6 months, which before he was raised by Kunai Brightsworthy, who was killed by a priest and a cat. Kunai was killed by Samatha, but Samatha never knew that, but it scarred Mipa for life. He knows about Kunai's death, but refuses to acknowledge the fact that it happened. Backstory of Mipa 2. Mipa ran from Zapin at about 10 months old. No one besides Mipa knew why, but he wanted to kill Samatha. But Samatha found him first and he began to sneak out to give him food, and Mipa eventually forgave Samatha. The reason why Samatha did this is because she mistook Mipa for a cat and had a crush on him. Backstory of Mipa 3. Mipa was finally found by Zapin at the age of 18 months or 10.5 dog years. He was Wait a second. Anyway, wait. Okay, no, that's right. He was introduced by something more deadly than tooth and claw, bow and arrow. By the age of almost 4 years old, 27 dog years, he had become the best archer on the planet, and archery has been his primary way of fighting ever since. At this time, however, he was using his skills to fight against the Nuttian Empire. Backstory of Mipa 4. Then one day, a giant cat was sent by Nut. Mipa, who is now 10 years old, 70 dog years, was sent with Zapion, Samatha, Gagagia, and Zapin to fight the cat. The cat then looked at Mipa, saying that he looked tasty. Then the cat ate Mipa. Mipa was dead. Zapin slew the cat, and Mipa's soul wandered for 15 billion years, never to go to heaven during this time because heaven didn't exist yet. Backstory of Mipa 5. Mipa, 15 billion years later, ran into the soul of Zapion and was attacked by Tacnol, who is still alive. Mipa managed to escape, but Zapion was destroyed. Mipa was then teleported to heaven and learned Zapion had become a god. Mipa used archery to protect heaven and became the main defender of it. And then one day in 2012, after the devil was killed by Zapin, Mipa was said to kill the new devil, Ouija. He was sent to the underworld with his bow and arrow, but Ouija destroyed him with his death stare. Backstory of Mipa 6. After Mipa's destruction, Omega brought Mipa back and sent him to his planet, Kira. He slept for almost a year before the goddess of medicine woke him up by jumping on him. Mipa then found Zapion, who told him he was now the earth god and the medicine goddess. And he, the medicine goddess, and Zapion would fight Ouija. They won, and in February 2013, he and the gods fought Poser God, and Poser God was killed by an earthling who wasn't even dead. Backstory of Mipa 7. Mipa didn't do anything until 2090 came. The Zapion, Zapin, Gagagia, and Sam learned how to time travel, and Zapin sent Mipa through 10 trials, most commonly known as the Trials of Mipa. Mipa's abilities. Mipa is not very good at aura attacks because of him learning archery, and as such makes him the weakest of the five Elysians. He can shoot 100 arrows per second and If he is near death, he can summon the power from the time vortex and throw boulders and cause earthquakes. Mipa is over 1 million times faster than the speed of light and at his fastest. Physically, he is about as strong as 1 million. List of stories. Sam with Enzi Zappion, The Legend of Kiro. The Legend of Kiro, by the way, is a Super Zane number 11. Sam and the Prince 7 Omega. Sam's Wrath 1. Inaz attacks Kiro. Super Zane 1 number 8. Zappion versus Zane. By the way, that's a Super Zane number 8. Super Zane 6 number 1. Oh, wait a second. Okay. Wait, what story is that? I need to do some mental math for a second. Okay. That would be That would be Super Zane number 29. Rainbow's Return. List of games complete. No, that's not complete. This PowerPoint is very outdated. Samathan's Zappion the game. The Crystal City Zappion. Super Zane Neo the game. The Trials of Mipa Part 1 and 2. Now I'm done. Look at these dogs. The black dog's mine. Microsoft must be cat lovers because I can't find very many good dog pics. Yes, this was actually made in PowerPoint. I just opened it with LibreOffice because I don't have PowerPoint installed on this computer like I had on that computer. Sorry if I don't seem good enough for you. Click to exit presentation. Okay, we're done. Well, that's the end of the Mipa PowerPoint. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you didn't find it cringe, is this canon? This is definitely more so along the lines of the Trials of Mipa timeline and not the actual Super Saiyan timeline. So it's also very old. Like they're talking like this has got to be like PowerPoint from like 10 or 11 years ago. So take it all with a grain of salt, okay? This is your girl 1-1, and I say bye.